Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learn English with podcast. I'm thrilled to have you here with me today for episode 28. Today, we are going to have a lot of fun while learning English. This is a level 3 episode, so it's perfect for those of you who are getting comfortable with the language but still want to improve. Sit back, relax, and let's dive into our English adventure together. Before we start, I want to ask you a question. Do you remember the first time you tried to learn English? How did you feel? Excited? Nervous? Maybe a bit of both. Learning a new language can be challenging, but it can also be a lot of fun. Today, we are going to focus on making learning enjoyable. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's begin with a story. Everyone loves a good story, right? This story is about a boy named Tom. Tom is 10 years old, and he loves adventures. One day, Tom found a mysterious map in his attic. The map had strange symbols and led to a place called the Forest of Words. Tom decided to follow the map. He packed his backpack with some snacks, a flashlight, and a notebook. He was ready for an adventure. As he walked into the forest, he saw words hanging from the trees like fruit. Isn't that amazing? Imagine walking through a forest where you can pick words from the trees. Tom picked a word from a tree. The word was curious. Do you know what curious means? It means wanting to know more about something. Tom was very curious about the forest and the words. He wrote the word curious in his notebook. Can you think of a sentence using the word curious? Here's one. Tom was curious about the forest of words. As Tom walked deeper into the forest, he found more words. He found adventure, discover, and mystery. These words made him even more excited. Let's talk about these words. Adventure means an exciting experience. Discover means to find something new. And mystery means something that is not known or understood. Can you make sentences with these words? Let's try together. Tom was ready for an adventure. He hoped to discover new things. The forest was full of mystery. Tom continued his journey and met a talking parrot. The parrot's name was Polly. Polly loved to talk, and she knew a lot of words. Polly decided to join Tom on his adventure. Together, they found a river with words flowing in it. Tom and Polly sat by the river and picked words from the water. Isn't that a funny image? Words flowing in a river. Polly asked Tom, "Do you know the word explore?" Tom thought for a moment and then shook his head. Polly explained, "To explore means to travel through a place to learn about it." Tom wrote the word explore in his notebook. Let's use explore in a sentence. Tom and Polly wanted to explore the forest of words. As they explored, they found a cave. Above the cave entrance, there was a sign that said Challenge Cave. Polly looked at Tom and said, "Do you want to go inside?" Tom nodded. They walked into the cave and found a large room with glowing walls. The walls were covered with words. In the middle of the room, there was a big, old book. The book was called the Book of Challenges. Tom opened the book and saw that it was full of puzzles and riddles. Polly explained, "If we solve these puzzles, we will learn new words." Tom was excited. He loved puzzles. Let's solve a puzzle together. Here's a riddle from the book. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? Think about it for a moment. What could it be? Here's a hint. It's something we use every day. Yes, it's an echo. An echo is a sound that reflects off a surface and comes back to you. Isn't that interesting? Let's use echo in a sentence. Tom heard his echo in the cave. Tom and Polly solved many puzzles in the cave. They learned new words like echo, puzzle, and reflect. Let's talk about these words. Puzzle means a game or problem that tests your knowledge. Reflect means to bounce back without absorbing. Can you make sentences with these words? Here's one. Tom and Polly enjoyed solving puzzles in the cave. The cave walls reflect the light. After leaving the cave, Tom and Polly continued their journey. They came across a village where everyone spoke in rhymes. Can you imagine a place where people only talk in rhymes? It would be like living in a poem. The villagers were friendly and invited Tom and Polly to a feast. At the feast, they served delicious food with funny names like Jelly Belly and Wiggly Wobbly Pie. The villagers taught Tom and Polly some rhyming words. Rhyming words are words that sound the same at the end. For example, cat and hat are rhyming words. Can you think of other rhyming words? How about dog and frog or tree and bee? Rhyming is a fun way to play with words. Let's make a sentence with rhyming words. The cat wore a hat while the dog sat on a log. Tom and Polly thanked the villagers and continued their journey. They found a hill with a giant book at the top. The book was so big that it looked like a house. Tom climbed up the hill and opened the book. Inside, there was a message that said, "Congratulations! You have completed your adventure. Now you are a word master." Tom was very happy. He had learned many new words and had a lot of fun. He thanked Polly for being a great friend and helping him on his adventure. Polly smiled and said, "Remember, the journey of learning never ends. Keep exploring and discovering new words every day." And that's the end of Tom's adventure in the forest of words. Did you enjoy the story? I hope you did. Now, let's talk about some of the words we learned today. We learned curious, adventure, discover, mystery, explore, echo, puzzle, reflect, and rhyme. These are great words to add to your vocabulary. Let's practice making sentences with these words. I'll say a word, and you try to make a sentence with it. Ready? The first word is curious. Here's a sentence. I am curious about learning new things. Now, your turn. Great. The next word is adventure. Here's a sentence. Reading a book is like going on an adventure. Now, you try. Excellent. Let's do one more. The word is explore. Here's a sentence. We love to explore new places. Now, your turn. You're doing a fantastic job. Remember, the more you practice, the better you'll get. Learning new words is like collecting treasures. The more you have, the richer your language becomes. Let's add another chapter to our story, shall we? After becoming a word master, Tom received a golden key from the giant book. The key had an inscription that read, "The Door of Knowledge." Intrigued, Tom and Polly set off to find this door. They walked through dense forests, crossed rivers, and climbed mountains. Finally, they arrived at a tall, ancient door hidden behind a waterfall. Tom used the key to unlock the door. Inside, they found a library filled with books from all over the world. Each book had a different word on its cover. There were words like imagination, creativity, wisdom, and knowledge. Tom realized that this was no ordinary library. It was a place where words came to life. Polly picked up a book titled Imagination. As soon as she opened it, Colorful scenes began to emerge from the pages. They saw children flying on giant butterflies, cities made of candy, and underwater kingdoms. Polly said, "Imagination is the ability to create ideas or pictures in your mind." Let's use imagination in a sentence. Using your imagination can make learning fun. Tom chose a book called Creativity. When he opened it, they saw people inventing new gadgets, painting masterpieces, and writing stories. Creativity means using your imagination to create something new. Let's use creativity in a sentence. Creativity helps you solve problems in unique ways. Next, they picked up a book named Wisdom. Inside, they saw scenes of people making good decisions, giving advice, and learning from their experiences. Wisdom is the ability to make smart choices and understand things deeply. Let's use wisdom in a sentence. Listening to others can help you gain wisdom. Finally, they opened the book titled Knowledge. This book showed them people studying, exploring, and discovering new information. Knowledge means having information and understanding about a subject. Let's use knowledge in a sentence. Reading books is a great way to gain knowledge. Tom and Polly spent hours in the library, exploring different words and their meanings. They realized that words are not just letters on a page, they are keys to understanding the world. The more words you know, the better you can express yourself and connect with others. As the sun began to set, Tom and Polly decided it was time to leave the library. They thanked the words for their lessons and promised to keep learning. On their way back home, they talked about their favorite words and how they would use them in their everyday lives. Did you enjoy the extra chapter? I hope it inspired you to keep learning new words and using them creatively. Let's review some of the new words we learned: imagination, creativity, wisdom, and knowledge. These words can help you express complex ideas and think deeply about the world. Let's practice making sentences with these words. The first word is imagination. Here's a sentence. Children use their imagination to create fantastic stories. Now, your turn. Great job! The next word is creativity. Here's a sentence. Artists use their creativity to make beautiful paintings. Now, you try. Well done! Let's do one more. The word is wisdom. Here's a sentence. Wise people share their wisdom with others. Now, your turn. You're doing amazing. Remember, learning new words helps you become a better communicator and thinker. Keep practicing and exploring the wonderful world of English. Before we end today's episode, I want to share a funny story with you. One day, a man walked into a library and asked the librarian, "Do you have any books on turtles?" The librarian looked up and said, "Hardback." The man replied, "Yes, with little heads and tiny legs." Isn't that funny? It's a play on words. Hardback means a book with a hard cover, but the man thought the librarian was asking about the turtle's shell. Playing with words can be really fun. It helps you understand the different meanings of words and makes learning more enjoyable. Do you have any funny stories or jokes in English? If you do, share them with your friends or family. Laughter is a great way to learn and remember new words. That's all for today's episode. I hope you had a great time and learned a lot of new words. Remember to keep practicing and exploring the wonderful world of English. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Don't forget to tune in next time for more fun and learning. Goodbye and happy learning. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us make better content for you. Have a fantastic day and see you next time on Learn English with Podcast.